New daily infections in China reached over 1,000 cases on January 24th, the second day of Wuhan's lockdown. And the city was still short on medical supplies, while hospital beds were running out fast.
忙不过来，从来没见过这种架势呀，这种阵势。一个病人后面跟着一排病人，一个圈的病人，看着就有一点绝望的感觉到不了头。
Medical workers were under a lot of pressure. A task force was formed to offer guidance. The team included central government officials as well as medical experts. During a meeting of the nation's Politburo Standing Committee on Chinese New Year's Day, 3 days after the lockdown, President Xi Jinping appointed the nation's Vice Premier Sun Chunlan to lead the Central Steering Group to Wuhan.
辛苦了，向同志们问候，向同志们敬意，向同志们表示衷心的感谢。
The Vice Premier promised to ensure enough medical protection to medical workers.
不一样的，所以我们前天晚上协调这方法，一定要保证你们。
There were 3 objectives for the steering group sent to Wuhan: to ensure supplies, prevent further spreading of the virus, and save as many infected people as possible.
1月27号，习总书记党中央派出中央指导组到武汉来。这个日子说它重要就在于是党中央派来的，是习总书记派来的这个队伍，那么就说明习总书记党中央高度重视这件事。
With coordination offered from the steering group, medical supplies started to pick up. Yet the virus was far from being contained. To keep the virus at bay, the Central Steering Group initiated a plan to canvass all residents in Wuhan in Hubei province to find undetected COVID carriers.
当时我们遇到的困境就是传染源太多，老百姓一个是看发热门诊的人群多，还有一个很多确诊的患者都不能在医院在这儿治疗，疑似患者疑似人群以及密切接触者就更不用说了。就说这么大动静的排查，涉及1000万人群，但是我们经过考量、经过分析，认为这种办法是最直接、最节约成本，也是最有效的办法。
In early February, new daily infections continued to rise to several thousand cases a day, with most coming from Hubei province. In China's capital, Beijing, total COVID-19 infections reached over 300. On February 10th, President Xi paid a visit to a hospital in Beijing treating COVID-19 patients and spoke with doctors and the Central Steering Group in Wuhan via video conference. She reiterated that the central government and the entire nation stands with people in Hubei and Wuhan, and the Central Steering Group sent to Wuhan only offers guidance in the fight against COVID-19, but also the fight alongside local people.
这个国家也是费了很大的力气在拯救，但是还是武汉市地方对这个事情还是整治化。
Yet there was a growing discontent towards Hubei and Wuhan's leadership over containing the virus. To address public concerns, Wuhan and Hubei installed new leaders, in addition to removing several provincial and city-level health officials in mid-February. The leadership changes came with tougher actions on local governmental officials to execute plans to control the epidemic. Transparency was key in this fight, as the country's leader has reiterated several times that people must resolutely oppose formalism and bureaucracy, and let government officials, including those from the grassroots level, devote more energy to the front lines of the epidemic prevention and control. Daily updates of COVID-19 infections were released starting January 21st, 2 days before the Wuhan lockdown, and hundreds of press conferences were held from Beijing in the heart of the epidemic. While it briefs people on the current situation, it also tells people what governments have been doing to better contain the epidemic.
实事求是，绝不掩饰， 我们工作中存在的矛盾和问题。
As we all know that the coordination team is working in Wuhan City, and our Vice Premier, Ms. Sun Chunlan, is also working in Wuhan City for, I think, at least more than 3 months. I think during this period of working and coordination, this team has made a great contribution to the mobilization of national resources, to the information transmission from local government to central government. So I think it is very important.
The situation in Wuhan finally got under control. By March, the number of new infections in Wuhan fell to single-digit figures. More and more provinces and regions continue to report zero infections. On March 10th, President Xi Jinping arrived in Wuhan for a visit. During his trip, Xi said that the resilience and integrity of the people in Wuhan speak for the whole country and the world.
你们都穿着防护服啊，戴着口罩啊，我看不到你们的这个真实面貌。但是呢，你们在我心目中都是最可爱的人。
Wuhan's situation continued to improve throughout March, and on April 8th, the city's travel ban was lifted. Medical workers aiding Wuhan started to return home to their original posts. Yet the Central Steering Group remained in Wuhan to prevent the resurgence of the now-tamed virus until April 27th, when President Xi approved the return to the nation's capital of Beijing.